Today, I want to share with you some mistakes, common mistakes that a lot of traders end up making, especially beginners, into their first couple months or even the first year trading the future markets. Okay, and it doesn't really matter what platform you're trading from, whether you have a personal account or a funded prop firm account. You really want to stay away from making these four mistakes that I'm getting ready to jump into, because if you don't, a couple things are going to happen. You're going to start blowing through capital, okay? Or you're going to viciously go through a cycle to where you're not passing your challenges or evals to where you can, gain that funded account and start making money to hopefully where you can start taking withdrawals to deposit and then start your own personal trading account. But the number one mistake I see a lot of people do is they want to quickly fund their personal account before they really know much about trading, or they feel as if, hey, I've been in simulation or demo for a few weeks and now I think I'm ready because, hey, I haven't really taken on too many losses. All right. I believe that you should wait a period of time, at least I would say 90 days, some people 6 months, depending, because it takes time. And the reason why I say this is because the markets are always shifting and changing, and you as we as traders have to adapt as well. So the number one thing you really need to figure out for that is probably the number one most important thing is market structure. And the structure is always going to change. It's never going to look the same. Now the setups, as far as I shouldn't say setups. The movement of the market, as far as it can only move three different ways, and that's up, down, or sideways, right? That's going to be typically the same. But the markets are designed to trap you, to really shake you out of trades. Okay, so you have to understand which way to really trade. And when the market is trending in one direction, for me, I trade supply and demand. So that's the best opportunity to trade a strategy like that, is where you have the market making constant higher highs and higher lows and pullbacks to, or retracement backs to, key areas of demand, and vice versa if the market is selling to the downside. All right. And if you want to know more about the strategy and how I trade, it's very simple. It's not complex. I know there are a variety of different trading strategies out there that everyone seems to want to show. Okay, you see it video after video after video on YouTube and all the various social media outlets out there. But I'm here because I really have been sharing the way I personally trade for the last few years. And my goal is I want to see people become, profitable, for one, okay, and become consistently profitable. I want to see people be their own boss and change their own lives. Break yourself of that rat race, break yourself of those chains, so that you can start making a living and spending more quality time with your family, meaning being able to do something that you love to do right from your own home a few hours a day, and then spend time with your family. Okay, because that's what life is all about. We're only here for a period of time, for a few seasons, and then that's it. Okay. So we have to be able to enjoy what we do, not sit there and, I guess tire ourselves out year after year. And you guys know what I'm talking about. When you first get that good paying job, and then it seems like, man, this is so great. But in time, it's like you're burning the wick on both ends, and you slowly start to see, okay, I've been in this for 10 years now. Now I'm getting burnt out. I'm not able to spend time with my family. My kids are getting older. I miss out on those opportunities. So that's what I love about trading. But you have to be passionate about whatever it is. All right. I'm not saying it has to be trading, but this is what I made, took and created a business out of, because I love what it affords me. Okay. The amount of money you can make, the sky's the limit. Okay. In this business. All right. So whatever it is you're passionate about, it doesn't have to be traded. Really put your heart into it and give it your all if you want something great to come out of it, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, do not fund your personal account, all right, until you are educated enough, you understand the concepts, market structure, okay, I'm going to keep throwing that in there, and you have a solid strategy once you are looking to actually trade. If you want to kind of understand, maybe even learn or educate yourself on the strategy and how I trade, watch some of the video content, okay? Please, if you spend time here on the channel, I know it's a lot of videos, but you spend time, you'll slowly start to gravitate and understand the strategy and how I trade. Now, if you want more detailed information to really where I'm walking you through setup after setup after setup, my trade breakdowns, where you can watch the live recorded trading sessions, where you get market recap, where you get the video playlist, you may want to become either an elite or an ultra elite member. The link is down in the description portion of the video. And look, it's very inexpensive. You can either choose the $6.99 a month membership or supporter tier, or you can choose the $14.99 a month, supporter tier. Each one of those come with, various perks and rewards. But I will say this, a lot of people have turned to them and have basically educated themselves and understand how I, personally how I trade, and they trade very, very similar too. A lot of people were trading time-based charts, and now they're trading range-based charts because that's what I trade. Using, say, for example, with the NASDAQ, 120 for the higher time frame and the 24 range for a lower time frame. Or find your little edge, your little niche, and, trading range charts using the same similar strategy, or find your little, your own little twist and turns, a little niche into the markets, but similar to maybe possibly how I trade. Because I use multi-chart confluence, a top-down approach from where I mark up a higher time frame chart and then move down to a lower time frame chart. Why? I want to see confluence from a higher time frame to a lower time frame. It's like using top-down analysis, okay? So that helps me get into a better or more precise entry point, taking my trades from a lower time frame chart. So again, if you're interested in becoming either or, the link is down in the description portion of the video. And I appreciate everyone out there who is a supporter and has, is a member of either one of those tiers, okay? I know you guys are getting a lot of benefit out of it, and I'll continue making that video content for you. Now, number two, I will say this. If you are trading, and there's a reason why I'm going to say this, whether it's demo or in sim or demo or in your live account, make sure if you're trading your live account and you place a trade, make sure to go back and switch your account over to demo or to simulation, okay? Because I've seen and I've had instances where the click of a button by leaving your account into live mode, your kids may click the mouse and enter you into a trade, and you're not sitting at your desk. Your dog can do the same thing, jump on your chair, and next thing you know, he puts his paws upon your computer and hits your mouse, whatever. So make sure when you're done, before you step away from your charts, to switch from live back to demo or simulation to protect your account. All right, and that doesn't matter what platform you use. I'm just telling you across the board, please do yourself that favor, because I, in the past, ended up somehow clicking the mouse. Well, my monitor was not say it was turned off, but your monitors kind of time out and they go into like sleep mode. Not knowing, I clicked the mouse and got up from the computer, and it entered me into a trade. Now the lucky thing about it was that I was called back to my desk or my monitors within a matter of seconds for a reason. I'm not sure what it was, but something brought me right back there. And I noticed I had engaged into a trade, and I looked down and saw myself into a trade, and I quickly exited real quick. Did it end up resulting in any type of loss? Yeah, very small loss, but that was, what came along with the territory. So from that day going forward, I have always switched my account when I was trading live back to a simulation or demo before I get up out of my seat to walk away. Okay, that's just one of the mistakes that a lot of people tend to make, is leaving that account live. And let's say, and even with that, let's say that you were wanting to, like, okay, I don't want to trade live today. I want to spend a little more time on the charts. I want to practice, but you forget to make that change, right? And you think that you're in demo and simulation, and next thing you know, you take a trade, and lo and behold, you actually entered into a live position when you didn't want to. So protect yourself, okay? So please don't make that same mistake. All right, so then number three, always put a stop loss in, okay? You have to. Whether you have a hard stop in, meaning you actually put one on the charts, or you have one that's not marked up, meaning when you entered a stop itself, but you have, the level that you're going to get out the trade. So you got your finger hovering over the exit button. If it, blows below, say, a demand or supply zone, or your rejection point. Okay. So just for an example, let me show you right quick. Let's go to trade that I took today, like right here. This is a trade on a short opportunity I took. So the market pulls back to my zone, right? My stop loss, like I always talk about, is a supply zone. My stop loss is going to rest right above here at 21,871 or 872, a few points above that area. So I'm going to put a stop right there. Now, if I don't put a hard stop in, meaning an actual manual stop there, or a stop where I put in the stop loss itself and set it within, up on the either chart trader or whatever you may use, put the stop in, then I'm going to definitely close it out if the market crosses past this zone here. If it's pulling back, and as it pulls back and I don't have a stop in place right there, I'm gonna hit the button real quick to exit that position out. So you must, before you even get into a trade, you need to know your thresh. You need to know what is your stop loss level that you're going to exit out of the trade in case the market comes back against you. So that is number 3 right there. I'm gonna say that now. And then just number 4, do yourself the biggest favor, okay? Do yourself the favor in taking high probability setups, all right? The mistakes I see a lot of people make or engaging in is taking low probability setups. And I'm not sure if they know the difference of the way I trade. I want to see an imbalance resting back at my zone of interest, whether it's supply or demand, okay? Especially when I'm scalping the future markets. And the reason for this is because if there is not one there, okay, that tells me that zone has already been mitigated, okay, which means the banks and institutions are probably done filling orders at that particular level. So I don't have any interest in taking a trade there. Why should I, when my overall goal is to trade with the banks and institutions, is to trade with what the market makers are doing, and manipulating the markets, okay? So I need to trade with them and not against them. Please avoid taking low probability setups, zones that have already been mitigated, because at some point they're going to break right through them. There's no reason for the zone to really hold up. Will low probability zones hold up from time to time? Yes, they will. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say that they won't, that they haven't ever. They do. Okay, but what makes the difference of a quality trade is when you take one that's high probability versus low probability. Okay, so that's my 4 mistakes that I really want to tell you that I see a lot of future traders making in today's time, especially those that are looking to scalp the markets like I do. Please, if you want to become great, and even as a beginner, futures trader, take your time, jot down things that you may have, things that may have caused you to make mistakes, okay? And then, include the ones that I'm talking about today into, on that piece of paper. Write them down. I'm just telling you from experience what I've seen, telling you some things that you may want not to do, okay? All right, to protect your capital in the end, because that's what we're trying to do as traders, is to preserve our capital and protect ourselves as traders, okay? All right, it's not like going to work and you're going to get that check at the end of the week. We don't know what we're going to make each and every week, okay? We have a plan, but if we don't execute that plan, then we may fall short at the end of the week and have lost some money, okay? So protect what you have. Outside of that, guys, that's all I want to share with you today. Again, if you want to become either an elite or an ultra elite member, very inexpensive. The link is down in the description portion of the video. The first link is the Discord. It is free to join. The second one is to become, you'll see it there, it's titled Ultra Elite Supporter. Once you click on that, 3 tiers will pop up. Choose either the Elite or the Ultra Elite to get you into receiving the perks and rewards of, perks like the trade breakdowns. Okay, that's where I go over my trades that I actually take and post over on the Discord. I break them down. So like, it's as if you're sitting right next to me. I'm walking you through the setup, okay? Breaking it down. Stop loss placement, profit target areas, structure, why I engaged in the trade. But you also receive like the video playlist, and you also receive the market structure video for anyone that's struggling with that if you become an elite member. Now, if you want to become an ultra elite, that's where you get one step up to where you receive market recap videos as well as the live recorded trading sessions, plus or what's included in the elite portion as well. So everything from being an elite supporter rolls over, and you get that included just as well. So the link is down in the description. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please take the time to go ahead and sub by clicking that button down below. Make sure to turn the post notifications on. Please drop a like just as well, and make sure to share the video content here. So what do you need to do? Subscribe, share, and click the thumbs up button, the like button if you found value in today's video. I appreciate it, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.